morning is hard, just like a drum. My thoughts start running before I've begun. I grab my phone, try to hold the line. Then I hear that voice, take it one step at a time. Feet on the floor, eyes on the door, count what is real, not the raw. Hands on my heart, slow it down, I'm still here now. Mindful steps, 1, 2, I can make it through. Mindful steps, 1, 2, anxiety move. Breathe in, breathe out, I'm still standing now. Mindful steps, 1, 2, I can make it through.
Good morning. Oops, almost messed that up. Good morning. We got Fran Dash Phoenix in the chat. Give you a cheer for being number one. How are you doing today? What are you up to? There we go. Always and forever. Always and forever. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I hear that. I have been awake since about 6, I think. About 6 o'clock. How are you? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I am just not doing too much today. Watching some YouTube. Checking my email here. Seeing what we got going on. And might as well make the announcement now. Mindful Steps Guy is officially at 200 subs. Woohoo! Let's give y'all a cheer. Yeah! 200 subs going strong. I think we're going to have to get that lava lamp here pretty soon. Yeah. Apparently that little puppy dog short got a couple more views, and I got a couple people. Hey, look at that. We got 201. Let's give you a cheer to whoever subbed. Thank you very much. So what is going on with JRD? Oh, JRD, he's just taking a few days off, I think. Something like that. I don't think he'll be gone too long. He gets tired of the YouTube every once in a while. So, it'll just be me for a little bit. I was sad to see his post. Yeah, it's not going to be like a long, indefinite like thing or anything. He's just taking a little break from all the YouTube stuff. YouTube sometimes is gets to be a pain in the butt sometimes. I need my Roy and JRD fixes. I'm sure he'll be live here pretty soon. Just taking a day or two off. Get used to relaxing. Hey, look at that. We got Bruce celebrating the 200. Thank you, Bruce. And we got Arion VV. Welcome in. Let's give you a cheer. How is everybody doing today? Anybody doing anything exciting today? Did everyone get through the 4th of July all right? And now they're moving on to, okay, now we got to just do the rest of the month. I'm wondering what I should have for or dinner, a lunch, whatever. I'm thinking about looking into my little stash in my closet and see if I got anything I can eat. Fran Dash, you're welcome. My mom went to Flagstaff, so I have to dog sit. All right. Play the little Tucker song. Reminds me of Tucker song.
Shut the hell up, little Tucker. I'm trying to go live, son. You're killing my love.
Dog sitting's always fun, isn't it? What do we got going on in the Twitterverse? That's the question. Alien technology. Guy falling down. Oh, that's scary. A guy falling down on the ice while a truck is coming, plowing his way through the snow. That's scary. I have a feeling that's AI, but can't show it to you right now. But I have to let him out constantly, so it f's up my dashing schedule. Oh, just take him along. Take him along. He can go to the bathroom at every stop. I'm an artist. All right, awesome. We'll give you an artist a cheer. We like art. What do you do for your art? We're kind of just hanging out today. See if we got anything good to talk about. I don't see too much going on the Twitter thing. Sometimes I go to the Twitter thing to see if there's any news stories that came out right now. I see a couple memes for my meme videos on the other channel, but I think I'm gonna pass on that one. That one's a little rough. Right. He sheds like no other, and I am so allergic to him. Oh no. My car is a no Augie zone. Is that the name of the dog, Augie? Let's go over to my other channel. See what I was watching today. I was watching some YouTube today. Anything worth talking about? Of course, it was my doom scroll. YouTube doom scroll is a little different. Yeah, Augie or August. He is a sweet dog, but he is so dumb. So I was watching on today's YouTube adventures. I was watching some like old rock stars and stuff that have to like hang it up. They were talking about, of course, they were talking about Vince Neil. That's always a topic of discussion from Motley Crue. He definitely is losing his voice. I think what they don't realize is they're always saying they people should stop touring, but these people they get screwed on their record deals from back in the day, and then their only way to make money, especially nowadays, is to tour nonstop. And then another one that I saw, which it was interest to me because was Bon Jovi, because apparently Bon Jovi was in Madison Square Garden doing his comeback tour after all of his surgeries on his vocal cords, and I was kind of interested, just like everybody else, pretty much, to see what he sounded like. And my I mean, I was listening to it with, I was watching a camera of a fan showing the concert from their seat, so you can only get so much from that. But I thought, I don't think, from what I saw in the couple of videos I watched, is that he's not able to hit the high notes anymore. But what he is able to do, he does pretty good. So I don't think he's like qualifies as someone who should retire completely. He just has to know his limits on what he can actually do. So that was kind of cool. 'Cause I liked him. I saw him in concert. I saw Bon Jovi in concert. I saw Motley Crue in concert. Motley Crue sucked, but that was just my opinion. Motley Crue, I couldn't even like make out any words that they were saying, so I don't know what the difference is if they can't sing anyway. Hey Caleb, how's it going? We'll give you a cheer, Caleb. Yeah, Motley Crue was like, I think the only words I could probably make out was girls, girls, girls. Like the whole show. And that's because it's kind of hard to mess that up. But everything else they sing, I couldn't even understand anything they were saying. So I wasn't really a Motley Crue fan though, so that's probably why. I wasn't like into their music or anything. I just went because it was a cheap ticket. I was pretty young back then. They were probably too high or drunk. Yeah. And then I saw Bon Jovi in concert. They were pretty good. Yeah, they actually put on a good show. It was a good. They sounded good. It was in their heyday. They had good lighting. Uh, the crowd was a little much for me. I didn't really like. It was like crammed, so packed full of people that I had like an armpit in my face for like 70% of the show or something. So that's the way they used to do it back then. Now most of the concerts have seats. Yeah, but back then they had just it was like standing room only at an outdoor arena or something like that, and they would just cram them in. So I liked the Bon Jovi show, except for I mean, it was kind of like a Carney convention, but other than that, they put on a good show. Metallica Godsmack concert was awesome. I've never seen Metallica. That's not one I've never seen. I wasn't really like a rock, like someone who would go see, who would want to go see rock music. I was more into the funky stuff. But everybody else wanted to go, so I went with friends. Perfect Circle was great too. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. Let's see, who else did I see? I think those were I mean, you can count the other bands I saw later on in life, but that was not really, I didn't go for me. That was more for my older daughter. So the other bands I saw that as I got older was, let's see, Train. I saw Train. Avril Lavigne, which was horrible. These groups were like in a bunch like a radio sponsored event where there was like they were all there. Uh, let's see, Plain White Tees was there. I don't think they went anywhere. I think they kind of just dropped off the face of the planet. And then probably the bigger one that I saw was Green Day. I saw Green Day. Was not a Green Day fan. I'm still not a Green Day fan. You saw Depeche Mode. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a concert I wouldn't have minded. I would have liked to see. Depeche Mode was pretty popular back in the day. Hey, it's Alan. Welcome in. We're going to give Alan a cheer. And then some bands uh, that aren't rock. I saw Young MC. I saw Milli Vanilli. I saw Milli Vanilli, and man, I tell you, they were great. They sounded just like the album. And if you know what that means, then you're as old as me. So I saw Young MC. I saw Milli Vanilli. It must have been someone else. Trying to think of all who I saw. Of course, there's Prince. I saw Prince 7 times in concert. That was obviously my favorite. I saw him in Oakland. I saw him in Reno. Saw him in Sacramento. I drove all around to see Prince in concert. He's amazing. A lot of people just know Prince from his like popular songs that were on the radio, but when you went to his show, he like it was like a jam session, and they would just go as long as they felt like going. And I've been in big arenas and I've been in small arenas. The small arenas were better, and it was exciting. I think I liked the Prince concerts because it was like an event and people would dress up. So like after the first show, I realized that people were like dressed to the nines when Prince concert came around. People would show up like dressed in all purple suits and purple limos and stuff like that. I know people really don't like her, but Lady Gaga was amazing. She has a great voice, and her show was so fun. Tons of dress and set changes. Never seen Lady Gaga. She wasn't that bad. I thought Lady Gaga is kind of off the rails, too off the rails for me. But I did really like her in the when she played that in that movie, The Stars Born, or something like that. I thought she was really really good in that, and I liked the music that was in it. My favorite concerts are country though. Been to Country Thunder multiple times. I have never been to Country Thunder. Seen Jason Aldean 8 times. I don't think I've been to a country concert. Country is where it's at. I mean, like nobody big. I mean, obviously, like if I was at like a fairground or something like that, there was country music playing, but that's not. I don't really consider that like a top show. You know, I had a chance to see. Let's see who had I had a chance to see but didn't. I had a chance to see Garth Brooks. I never did go see Garth Brooks. I didn't like the whole Garth Brooks vibe that he was sending out because Garth Brooks was making people like I don't know what he was doing. He was like making people wear bracelets or something like that. You had to get a bracelet or something so you couldn't sell your ticket. I don't know. It was like he was doing something weird with the how you got in and out. And I was just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with all that. I take the moonlight over candlelight any day. Country's where it's at. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of good country songs out there. I guess I could. There's also people that performed with Prince that were there. So there's Shaka Khan. I saw Shaka Khan, and there's Carlos Santana. He was there a couple times at the shows. It was good. Have you researched the Garth Brooks unaliving conspiracy? Yeah, I have. That guy made a good point. The vibes are just good at country concerts. Yeah, I bet they would be. I love Carlos Santana. Yeah, he's really good. Now, I've never seen a Carlos Santana show like where he's the headliner, but I've seen him. He just, you know, it usually was in like a couple times I went to San Francisco. He like would pop up and play a little bit, get the crowd all excited, and then bolt. Who else did I almost see? Oh, I almost went and saw Weird Al Yankovic, but I never did go see that. He was playing at the California State Fair. I was thinking, you know what? That would kind of be fun, but no, I don't know. Weird Al would be fun. Yeah, it would have been fun, but for one reason or another, I ended up not going. Probably because nobody else wanted to go or something. I don't remember what the details were, but I remember him. I remember them. Either that or I just didn't have the money to buy the ticket or something like that. I want to see Posty and Eminem. I'm not sure who Posty is. I never will, but those concerts would have been great. Did you see that? Did you see that Ed Sheeran video where Eminem comes out and nobody was knowing, nobody knew he was going to be there? I watched that just the other day. Ed Sheeran was out doing his Ed Sheeran thing, and then he starts playing the beginning guitar from the "Lose Yourself" or whatever, and everyone's like, "Ooh," like that, and then all of a sudden, like Eminem comes out of nowhere, and everybody was all excited because they actually they didn't know they were getting an extra person at the concert. I thought it was kind of cool. It's always exciting when someone comes out unannounced. They just happen to be there for whatever reason. I saw Eminem on The Interview, the North Korean comedy. LOL. I don't think I've seen that. There should be a. I think Bieber's coming back for the halftime show. Justin Bieber's going to come back and do the halftime show for the soccer matches. Is Justin Bieber going to be as good as he always was? That should be interesting. I think it would be kind of cool to see Britney Spears actually come back and do a concert. The I Lost My Mind tour. I think I'd be down for that. I heard she's allowed to sing with her actual voice again. I don't know. I think she had a lot of problems behind the scenes that most people don't know about. She still doesn't have to act like a complete nut job, but maybe she just is. She either is a complete nut job or somebody's making her do that, or it's not even her. Could be AI. Speaking of the yeah, comeback tour, that's kind of what a lot of people like Justin Bieber. I would consider the halftime show at the World Cup like a comeback type of thing. and Britney Spears can make a comeback. She was basically trapped as a teen and never grew up. Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to see her actually, like, not go nuts. But I mean, I could say that about anybody. Going nuts is not good. Her story is really sad, actually. Yeah, she had a lot of problem with being controlled or something. I don't know. But then when she got out of that conservatorship or whatever, she kind of like went off the rails. So maybe there was a reason why she was under that in the first place. Who knows? I was surprised to hear Justin Bieber's going to be coming back. We got all these comeback tours right now. We had Bon Jovi, Madison Square Garden. I was wondering when the Bon Jovi did Madison Square Garden if something was going to happen because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but right the day before 9/11, Michael Jackson had this big comeback tour thing with his brothers or whatever as a television special right there at Madison Square Garden on September 10th, 2001, and then the next day 9/11 happened. And I'm like, "Whoa, that's pretty crazy." Makes you wonder if like he knew something was going to happen and just wanted a front row seat. Stuff like that makes you wonder, doesn't it? And then I was wondering if something was going to happen out there again because they had the Taylor Swift thing at Madison Square Garden and they had the Bon Jovi comeback at Madison Square Garden. I'm like, that's a lot of stuff going on at Madison Square Garden. I hope nothing happens like what happened with MJ. And then, of course, you got Michael Jackson's story about how he was supposed to be in the World Trade Center on 9/11, which I don't know if that's true. Might just be making that up because he happened to be there. It's just weird that like a superstar like that would be happen to be there on the day the world changes. You know, it's like just strange. Couldn't pick any other day. It's like it's the christening. It's like maybe it's because he's in the club. You know, he knows what's gonna happen, so he's like doing like a christening or something. All right, last Michael Jackson super event until the world changes forever. But I don't know. Just seems suspicious. That's all I'm saying. My cousin was in New York City working, but she luckily was far enough away. Yeah, that would be just, I don't even, I don't know. 9/11 was like unbelievable. It was unbelievable to watch. I was sitting there like I was working for Frito Lay, and it even affected everything out here in California. I was out working, and I was seeing what was happening. Like every time I went into a place, it was actually really disturbing. I saw what happened when I was getting my order because I worked for Frito Lay, and I was like going to my route, and I could see like Sacramento in the distance, and all these cars were bumper to bumper coming out of Sacramento, like they were all leaving the city because no one knew what was going to happen. They don't know if it's just only in like New York; it could happen at anywhere. So that was what it was like everywhere. Everyone was like abandoning getting out of the cities, even in places that weren't even close. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. They showed it on the little announcement on TV. They just let us go home. Yeah, everybody was just going home. I still worked. I still worked. I mean, I didn't have any downtown routes, so that was good. But I was in an area where I could see like downtown at certain spots. I worked in the Saks store and we were forced to work, but we had zero customers. Yeah, that's kind of what it was really weird. Every place that I went to deliver chips, it was an eerie feeling. It was like everybody was just sitting there staring at the TV. And that it was like weird. And I had the one guy that was cheering it, cheering what was happening on TV. And the Pepsi guy grabbed his stuff and just left. Said, I'm not going to sell this to you. It was really a weird experience. So there are people here that are, you know, rooting for our demise. And that was one of them. I kind of don't. I was like, I had blinders on. I was just like, just get it. I just wanted the day to be over with. That's what I wanted. So just here, get your chips. So I can go and. So I probably went home a little early that day. Yeah, there's people at the liquor store that I was in, and the guys were of a certain race. That's all I'll say. Race, religion, however you want to say it. And they were cheering it. They were cheering it, and there was no mistaking it. Let's just say that. Oh, another thing about 9/11. I remember, like when I was going to back then, they didn't have, there wasn't like internet and stuff like that. Well, there was internet, but it wasn't like it is today. So it wasn't. You couldn't just look at your phone and see what was going on. So they had the newspaper guys. The newspaper guys were still they were still the top dog back then, and they were speeding around like in their trucks with their bundles of papers, and they were just throwing them out on the street. And now New York City voted in Madami. I don't know. Seems like 9/11 kind of like started the downward spiral that we're in right now. Really, it seems like a lot of people might say COVID, but that was just another one. That was like something piled on top of it. But it seems like 9/11 was when everything started to go downhill. I got the newspaper until I was about 25. I was a couponer. I didn't do too many coupons unless it was a really good deal on something. Sometimes I usually used if I had a coupon I did something with the mail. I was like, oh, that looks good. I think I'll get a Carl's Jr. today. They got a double, buy one get one or something. Yeah, but that was the weirdest thing. They were just throwing them out there. I don't even think they cared if anybody bought them. Nobody was going out there to pick up the newspapers and bring them into the establishment. They were just throwing them on the side of the road because it was that big a deal. They moved the Arizona Republic printing to Nevada. Not sure how that works. I don't know. They got a lot of stuff going on in Nevada. Yeah. Well, it's been an interesting live stream, huh? We went straight from rock bands to 9/11 and they just did it a few months ago. Yeah, a lot of people moved to Nevada. Especially, they're moving a lot of places out, like between Reno and Tahoe. They're putting a lot of stuff out there. They got a big data center out there, and that's where Tesla is. Good old Tesla. When you drive into Tesla, it's like going into Area 51. Kroger digital coupons are a nightmare to use. Paper ones were so much better. Yeah, I don't really like the way they're doing the digital stuff now. They're starting to have digital price tags, like when you go into places. So when you walk by according to what I've been listening to on the YouTube, is that the prices will change based on on who you are. So the if the digital price tag thinks you have more money, then they'll charge you more. Yeah, that thing I told you about the drama was going down in Vegas. Gig tuber drama. Yeah. Well, isn't there always gig tuber drama? That's one thing when I started this whole thing, I did, because I was doing the gig tubing thing. And then I realized real quick that there's obvious, quite a lot of drama in the community. It started off, oh, this is awesome. Everybody supports each other. This is a wonderful community. And then the drama started to happen, which I personally didn't know about. At least not in the beginning. This was insane, though. That is all I will say. She went off the deep end. Okay. Oh my goodness. Of course, to be perfectly honest, I don't follow a whole lot of gig tubers anymore. There's a couple of them I still watch, but I pretty much support them. I give equal support, basically. If you pop into my live and you go, "Hey, how's it going?" and then say, "Okay, well, I got to go now." Then I will see your live and I'll pop in. I'll say, "Hey, how's it going? Later, dudes." And then if you hang out, I'm not saying you have to be here all the time, but if you're regular, visitor to my channels, then I'll be a regular visitor to your channels. I don't follow these people either. Yeah, sometimes because of what I used to do, I'll see them anyway and I'll pop in and say hi. But for the most part, the gig community I think realizes that I don't do the gig tubing anymore, so most of them kind of just bailed. And that's fine. I'm a meme tuber now. A lot of retracted messages. I should have read those. Yeah, so I don't even know who's a mod on this channel. I don't know. It's probably not too many. But on my other channel, I like dropped all my mods down to like 5 or 6 or something like that. Maybe 7. I am here for walking streams. You ready for another walking stream? I think the last one we did was on Saturday, wasn't it? I was thinking about doing another one earlier, like Monday or something like that. But I just didn't. I wasn't feeling like it. Yeah, when are we walking? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Usually we got Thursday. It's already Thursday. I don't know. I'll see how I feel later today. See if I'm ready for another walk tomorrow or whatever. Usually, if I'm gonna do a walking live, I'll put the thumbnail out early because I don't like to say I'm gonna do a walking live and then not. All right, guys. Well, we have gotten almost to 45 minutes. Took her in a doggy stroller. Yeah. Well, I don't have like a leash or anything for Tucker, so we can't do that yet. That would be cute. I'd have to be careful with taking the dog out. He's a little dog, so I don't even think I'm allowed to take Elle out. So yeah, but I think we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. So thanks a lot for hanging out with me today, and I hope you all have a great day. And just thanks for chatting with me today. Let's turn on our Mindful Steps music and get out of here.
Morning is hard,
Doggy stroller wish list.
just like a drum. My thoughts start running before I've begun. I grab my phone, try to hold the line. Then I hear that voice, take it one step at a time.